Robin.
Good morning.
Hey, everybody.
Jimmy started us off by saying, let's see if they put Linsey Lohan in jail.
Violates probation again. I have empathy for someone that can't stop drinking and getting high, but there's something about her that just annoys me so much.
Well, tits.
Yeah, those are the only thing that don't annoy me, actually.
I think what it is, it's one thing to be sneaking drink because you just can't help yourself, but it's another to shove it in everyone's face and have a barbecue with your friends.
Oh, is that what she's doing?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's under house arrest and she's having a barbecue in plain sight of everybody.
Are you allowed to do that? You're allowed to have people over, you just can't drink, right?
I'm sure you're technically allowed, but
yeah,
you know,
I'm sure
it shows a little irresponsibility, and then she doesn't pass another drug and alcohol test.
She really should just be laying low, you know? Just kind of lay low.
As in, Lilo?
Lilo, lay low.
Lilo should lay low?
Lay low.
But she goes back to court today. I don't know how many chances you give a person. If it was you and me, we'd be done. We'd be in jail already.
Over.
Right?
This would be over. You'd be in jail.
She's got ankle bracelets. She's got, home confinement. And she's still drinking.
And she sits there in the courtroom looking like...
She's not as hot as she used to be.
No, she's weathered.
She's got that horribly bleached hair. A little bleach in the hair is nice, but not when it gets down to that just over the top. It looks like it's destroying the hair bleach.
Yeah, it pretty much is. She's what is she, a natural red?
Yeah, she hates her red hair.
You could tell she despises it.
She despises being a ginger. And will do anything she can to get rid of the ginger in her.
With her freckly tits.
Oh, no, she was rubbing out freckles every night. She just hates everything about being a ginger.
Yeah, a ginger.
I think she takes Brillo pad to her cleavage, just freckled cleavage every night.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not a fan of being a redhead.
No. Mm-hmm. No. Godspeed there. God bless her.
When's that? Later this morning she goes to a little court action? I believe so.
I can't keep tabs on that many cases.
You got the Casey Anthony.
I'm all in with Casey Anthony. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He only had a half-day session.
No, that must have bummed you out.
Yeah. I want to see what's happening. I think she's gonna beat the murder one though.
Yeah, no, you keep saying that.
Yeah, I just want to keep reiterating so when it happens, people go, hey.
Wow, you were right, Ed.
No, they'll go, you're a dick.
You were right.
You're an asshole. Hair looked good yesterday. She wore it more of a ponytail style instead of a bun. I hate the bun. Pulls it all back. It makes her hair look like, makes it look like she's really like a prison bitch. Like that slicked back, greasy fucking hair thing going on. But, with the long hair and the ponytail was flowing over her arm, over her shoulder, looking much better. In the big tight purple top she was wearing.
She looks. Some of the Google images on her, wow,
crazy person,
and then others really hot.
She made some crazy googly-eyed face at a lawyer the other day.
Oh God!
And they freeze framed it and fucking sent it. You know, it was making the rounds.
Are you outraged by that?
Oh, no.
That the media is manipulating pictures of her to make her look crazier?
Give some more pictures, the better. Gives me a boner. Yeah. There she is with her hair bleached blonde and some fucking tatted, jacked up guy squeezing her tit. She's a party girl.
She sure is.
She's a party girl.
How much longer for this thing?
I don't know. It's going on for a while.
Could be a while?
Yeah.
Rest of the summer?
Nah, not that long.
Oh, really?
Yeah, defense, they're just popping up clown after clown. It's hilarious, really.
Yeah.
Oh, and that prosecutor, oh, boy. Oh, is he a good one?
Is he?
Oh, yeah.
Who, the Casey's prosecutor?
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. He did something the other day. There was some woman, and she was giving testimony about the skeleton they found for the child in the woods, and the fact that some people are speculating that the skeleton or the body was placed there maybe only a few weeks before they found it, and part of a hip bone was buried in the ground and like in the sediment of the ground, like it had been there a while. And she went, she goes, well, you know, there are a lot of animals around. A dog could have buried it. And the prosecutor actually looks at her and goes, a dog. He's doing like the laughing thing, and you know the jury is just looking like, oh yeah, that was ridiculous. It was hilarious. A dog. A dog. And then he's like, yeah, no further question. And they walk away with no further questions, like, I'm out of here. Like his big out. Mm-hmm. It was classic.
That really is a great time to walk away. Like, did you hear this shit she just said?
It took everything she had said, regardless if it was right, wrong, good, the jury loved it, didn't like it, and just made it look silly. It was like, it was a dog ate my homework moment. It's like, oh, well, a dog could have buried it. Dog. Yeah. So, yeah.
You seem to be enjoying yourself.
Keeping tabs on that one. It is fun.
All right.
It's making headline news. It's making its bones off of this case.
Yeah.
And all those people that you'd never know. And there's fights online for the 50 people a day that are allowed to go in and watch it live. They're actually duking it out on the line, punching each other in the face. It's wonderful. You ever see the video of the fight? It's great.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen this as well. Yes, people are losing their minds.
People want
to check this shit out.
They want to be there and see this. So they're pushing, shoving. There doesn't seem to be much organization.
Why do they want to see it to this point where they have to fight each other? I mean, the morbid curiosity thing that we've talked about the last couple of days, but
now it's like a fame thing.
But look, they're
kind of headlock.
By the way, Ant, a lot of white people fighting.
Oh, yeah. Believe me, this is all about white people. Let's point it out.
White people fighting.
This case is all about white people. Black people do not care about this case. It's all about white people. The people online are white people. They're punching each other. The court is full of white people.
Just kind of got me off guard, trying to pull me out of line so that he could...
The only black people involved seem to be the ones that Casey Anthony might have been sucking their dick to get a tattoo.
Oh, that's all white trash.
Hey,
look at these people.
A couple of black people there.
There was one sister I saw.
Yeah, probably going to some other trial. Maybe a brother or something.
It's emotions are probably running very high because of what the case is.
Yeah,
it really is a very murderable woman. She's a woman that you'd like to see ripped to death by people.
Well, you're being a little harsh, Jim.
I meant raped. Sorry, I said ripped.
You meant raped instead of ripped?
Yes, ripped.
Yeah, it's. I think it's a lot of these housewives with kids that want to go in there, and they've already made their mind up, which isn't hard to do. I mean, this bitch is a lying sack.
Yeah.
She is quite the lying sack of shite. Mm-hmm. But, it's the prosecutor's job to prove it. I don't know if they prove murder one.
Seems like they're confusing everyone enough.
Yeah, they're throwing in a lot of monkey wrenches
murder one
there.
thing.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Hey, front page of the paper, we got the Medford guy, huh?
Oh, my God.
The Medford pharmacy murderer.
Boy, you got to give it to the Suffolk cops.
They tuned this guy up.
Hats off, Suffolk County. That's old school.
That's tuned him up.
That's Lee Harvey Oswald shit they pulled on this motherfucker.
First of all, he looks kind of like Lee Harvey Oswald.
Yeah, he's a scrawny little fuck.
And he got beat up pretty good by the cops.
Yeah.
As they brought him in, I guess there was a confrontation.
Well, there could have been a
slight
slight altercation inside the residence, Opie. What happened was they got a tip from some girl that she recognized him from the surveillance tape.
Even though he was wearing a beard, huh?
Yeah.
A giant nose is hard to hide.
Oh, man. Does
Fake
he have
beard.
a schnozzola? Dink-a-dink-a-doo. and
everybody wants to get into the Oxycontin.
Yeah. He went out to his car because this girl said, hey, I think this is my neighbor. The cops staked the place out. They checked all this shit and everything just lined up. This guy's a fucking drug addict. His wife's a drug addict.
Well, really fast, we're talking about the guy that walked into the Medford drugstore or pharmacy, whatever, early in the morning and just killed 4 people.
4 people.
No one had a chance in this scenario. He walked in and just started executing people to get the drugs.
He was afraid of being recognized, so you're right. They did not have a shot because he killed them not as a reaction, but because he didn't want to be recognized.
He didn't want to be recognized. He walked in with the fake beard. They had him on surveillance camera. Most of the people know the story, but just in case. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
No, they went to his house after figuring out, it's him. They checked his driver's license, saw that it matched to the picture from the surveillance. And then they saw him get into his car like he was leaving. And then I guess something tipped him off, and he went back into his house. And the cops are like, "That's all we need." They took their big master key, that giant pipe full of cement, that metal thing, bam, bashed the door in. And knowing that this guy killed 4 people and armed, I'm sure they didn't take any chances on, hey, could you please get on the ground? Grabbed him, and it looks to me like the guy obviously resisted. Because from what I see here, there looks like a right hook to his fucking eyeball. And then a few other to his mouth, his forehead. I'm sure that
looks like
took
a couple
his
boots.
face,
Couple
of boots maybe, took his head and smashed it into the floor. You could tell by his forehead. So the Suffolk cops, not taking any chances. And took him into custody, saying that his wife very sick. She needed the pain pills. And his wife is saying, that's why he did this, for me. She's another piece of shit. Just complete.
The wife, what a
trash.
fucking fat rat.
What
Ugly.
a mess.
What
Just
an ugly, fat pill popper.
Fucking, yeah.
Horrible.
2 white trash Suffolk County douchebags.
Someone asked me on Twitter, what should we do with this guy? I'm like, they should have killed him on the way to the fucking police station.
It looks like they tried to maybe fuck his head up.
But, obviously this isn't a death penalty case or anything like that.
Should be.
Even though he just executed 4 people.
Should be.
Even if it is. We haven't killed someone in New York.
No, New York.
We've had the death penalty forever, and we haven't even used it yet.
They don't do that.
No, of course not.
Pain in
And
the
people
ass.
will argue that point. I don't feel like arguing the death penalty thing with anyone.
No. But, yeah.
He should be killed, yeah.
He should just be fucking killed.
There's no doubt he's the guy. And that's that.
I don't
Wait a
get-
minute, let me see. I'm sorry. Let me see that picture. Does he look tuned up in that photo yet?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Well,
Oh,
it takes a
it's
while
fake.
for the bruises to appear, too.
They
by the
did
way.
it. They did it all inside the house.
Oh, yeah. No
Where
cameras
there's
around.
no fuck cameras, no butt-in-skis. You could beat a man for a cop could beat a guy without the threat of a camera in front of him.
And you can see the way that big cop, that's a big fucking cop.
Oh, that's a big boy, that guy.
If you have a cop coming in to get you, that guy is probably 6'5", and the guy's cuffed, and he's dragging him by the shirt.
By his shirt. He's not even in uniform. He's in a Mets shirt. He's wearing a Met, like he got the call on his way to the game or something.
That is
He's
a
annoyed.
Big fucking cop,
That's
man.
a big officer.
Wow, is he not happy?
And then
but
the old veteran is standing next to him.
I have a feeling the veterans got him.
Yeah, you think the old school
fuck
guy?
Yeah. You're talking about the big 6'5",
Yeah.
younger cop. I have a feeling it was the old guys going, let's do this for old time's sake.
I think the big guy got his shots in.
Oh, yeah.
No, I think they showed him what to do.
40 cops
This is
involved
what we
in
used
the
to do in
arrest.
the 70s, and
Yeah.
I'm sure they showed the younger guy what it was all about back then.
Go ahead, hold him up.
Hey, he's a war hero, Captain. His wife's fat. She does pills.
But we got
God, yeah.
they got that scumbag.
You knew they would soon with that much surveillance video.
Oh, yeah.
You knew someone would recognize.
But like nobody wants to go to jail for armed robbery. That's a big jail sentence. But it's like now you'll never get out.
That's it. He's done.
Yeah, but who cares? He'll have a good life in fucking prison. Who cares? He'll be fine in prison.
He got 8,000 hydrocodone pills. I don't think he's going to do good in prison, to tell you the truth.
Why?
He doesn't have a record. He doesn't have a fucking record. He's not one of these guys that's been in and out of the joint. He was in the military, and he's been like in, I guess, some kind of a rehab thing. He entered Brookhaven Hospital for pain management, the first step before getting into a detox program. A source said his addiction began years ago after he was injured playing hockey. His wife has problems with her stomach, allegedly, and he lost his job because he was stealing from fellow employees. So when he lost his job, he had no health insurance. She couldn't get the pills. So she's like, I need my pills, I need my pills. So he goes and shoots 4 people.
Anything to shut her up.
Yeah. And I'm sure I'll be hearing shit about this one.
Why?
Licensed gun owner.
Oh, boy.
But
Oh,
allow me to retort. He obviously was lying because once you go into treatment for drug addiction, you have to report that, and they will take your fucking license. At least suspend it.
And isn't that
take your weapon?
The fact that he's licensed and he had to fire a bullet when he got a gun or whatever, or one of them they have a ballistics
They
check
got
already.
ballistics checks on your guns.
Is gonna help concretely tie this guy into the crime.
Yeah, it's ballistics tests on your guns. What they do, there's a casing, and they have the actual round that they fire, and the casing on the firing pin or the primer will show up. Your firing pin's like a fingerprint. It's got different machine marks and everything, and you can look at the firing pin and look at the primer and see where it impacted and match it up.
And now, is that everyone's? Why is everyone unique? Why is the same machine not making the same marks?
It's just everyone's a little different.
On purpose they do it?
Yeah, well, they want to do it on purpose and really make these things markable. But it would pretty much break the gun industry. You can't really. They'd have to change all the machinery and everything.
But it's good enough. I mean, every bullet looks different.
Now, yeah. I mean, believe me, if any of my guns were used in a crime, they would be able to tie it because they do have ballistics on it. That's what they do now when they sell every gun here in at least New York.
Wait, they couldn't do something with it that makes stamps each one with a number that is, like, instead of a weird whatever it is marking, they can't have something that in one of those markings is a number.
Yeah, I guess they could, but
why don't they do that?
I don't know. It's all up in the legislation. They're trying.
But I mean, why don't the gun companies do that? It would make it so much easier to track. As years went on, it'd be so much easier to track.
Yeah, I don't know, and it's easily defeated by a criminal. That's what it is. A lot of these things are very easily defeated. Files, bashing shit up. I mean, there was a guy that committed a murder with a handgun, and then just reamed the shit out of the barrel, and it pretty much ruins the gun for ballistics tests.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or you could take the firing pin that lands on the primer and give it a couple of zips with a file.
Couple of what?
A couple of zips. Zips. What's that?
That just reminded me of Charlie Callis. Oh, so when the bullet gets fired, it comes through the gun. As it goes through the chamber, it's also picking up markings?
Yeah, it goes as it's the rifling inside gets picked up on the actual on the bullet itself, and you can match it up with the rifling.
I feel like I get to ask, when I talk to Ann, I get to ask a Discovery Show questions.
It's great.
It's like watching TV and getting to stop it and get asked the man questions.
They're called lands and grooves.
It's like having a police officer in class.
Lands and grooves.
He's up there and you get to ask your questions. Well, they got that fucker.
Yeah, they got this guy. They got dead to rights. But again,
just disgusting.
He'll
be in life in prison.
Oh, yeah. He's got it.
But, I mean, this is not a death penalty case, obviously.
It is.
It's a death penalty case. It's premeditated murder.
But I guess what I mean by that, there's not a chance in hell.
That pukey New York.
I don't give a fuck if going into it's a death penalty case.
Yeah,
no,
they never
means
start.
Nothing in the end.
They never start with a death penalty case.
They're not even.
Prosecutors are like, nah, we'll go,
Yeah, they're not even brave enough to go death penalty case from day one.
Yep.
What the fuck? These people didn't even have a shot. So, somebody's on the line wondering if someone in the store had a permit to carry if he had a chance.
Nah, that looked like a bad situation because all four weren't in at the same time. He walked right up to the counter, and the two people were behind the counter. So he was able to just shoot both of them. And then two customers came in at the same time. So those two customers that came in, he's able to just pop them.
They walked into a fucking armed robbery. I mean,
yeah. A gun, having a gun for your protection does not necessarily mean you're always going to come out on the winning end.
Of course.
This guy
knew exactly what he was doing.
He murdered 4 people.
He wasn't going to let any witnesses be around.
Didn't give them a chance in hell.
There was no reasoning, nothing.
No.
Because he probably knew the pharmacist recognized him. He probably was in front of that counter many times.
He'd been in there.
Getting those dumb pills for his wife and himself.
That's how they got him.
He'd been in there. Yeah, that's how they got him.
He was a regular there, this dummy. And I get that they knew he was a regular because he probably knew where to go for the pills he wanted because he had seen the pharmacist do it so many times. So he was probably so direct when he went to the pills that they just were like, who was getting these pills recently? He's a dumb motherfucker.
He got 8,000 pills that day.
Wow.
He stole 8,000
And then what,
pills.
just went home?
I guess
His
so.
wife was waiting for him in the car. Fat, ugly wife.
Yeah, she was the getaway driver.
So she's waiting outside as he goes inside and kills 4 people.
And and as they're, perp walking him, wherever the fuck they're taking him in Yapank, she's blabbing to the press. She's talking. You know how you usually just put your head down?
Yeah.
People put their head down and they're like, She's like, he did it for me. And
It's like,
can we get that audio?
I don't know. Yeah,
I want that audio.
Probably somewhere. He did it for me.
She's going to go through some withdrawals. I hope she enjoys that.
Yeah, enjoy your
withdrawals. Because I'm sure they'll be a little slow as far as giving her a pill or two to calm her down.
And this tells you what. Yeah, this tells you what complete trash they are. He proposed to her at the Nassau Coliseum, popping the question on the big jumbotron.
I wonder if I was there that night.
I don't know.
I always hate that. I hate when you idiots propose at a sporting event because no one cares.
Yeah.
You care, and that's great.
It's like, oh God,
I think in a way it's selfish too, man.
Yeah.
I think in a lot of cases the guy is more the sports fan that he kind of brings his wife to be into that sport sort of.
Yeah.
And she might get into it and wear her pink Yankee cap. Like, look, I'm kind of into the team.
Pink Yankee.
But I think in general you're doing it for yourself when you propose at an Islanders game.
Yeah, of course. Fucking
Islanders might get a new arena. Goes to vote August 1st.
Yeah, great. You thank me later.
It's only temporary. The tax is going up.
Yeah, great. That's all Nassau County needs is their taxes to go up again.
We need a new arena, though.
Highest taxes
Let the Islanders just
in
pay
the
for
country.
it, or any team. Let the team pay for it.
I think Wang would pretty
Let
much
Wang
pay for
fucking
it.
pay for it.
I think
he's
pretty
got a
much
couple
will.
of bucks.
He's doing what he can.
But it's like, let them pay for it. It's their fucking building. I mean, like, they're not giving a share of the profits to people.
Oh no, they'll rape us. Everything will go up drastically if there's a new arena. They raise ticket prices even though they don't even make improvements on the damn place.
Yeah, they always do that. They go, yeah, it's going to cost some tax money to build the arena, but the business it'll bring in, and then the local economy, and then you just go, why ain't I seeing this? Mm-hmm. And how come I'm still paying the huge taxes?
It's
even
ridiculous.
after it's built.
Hey, let's say hi to Frank on Long Island. Frank.
Oh, Frank was better?
Boys.
Yeah.
What's going on? Hey, a question. Why would a pharmacy carry 8,000 pills?
I have no idea.
What, 8,000 pills isn't a lot?
It's not?
As people are coming in? That's their supply, don't you? You think 8,000 supplies is a lot, Ant?
No.
I don't think it's a lot, Frank.
He managed to bag about 8,000 hydrocodone pills in the robbery, a source said.
You know what?
Adding that he had filled prescriptions at the pharmacy before.
Might have been a bunch of different type of pills.
No, maybe what happened, he knows exactly their schedule, too, when the new pills come in.
Yeah, maybe.
We have a Dwayne Reed in our neighborhood, and I forget what day it is. I'm not sure if it's once a week, but the truck pulls up, and they have bins.
Yeah.
Like dozens and dozens of bins, and there's a guy out there with a fucking gun, and they have the side door open. It's a CVS.
Yeah.
As they're bringing in the new supplies for the week or for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's a lot of shit.
And I walked by and I kind of took a peek in the bins. I'm like, this is fucking some hardcore pharmaceuticals right on the sidewalk right now.
Yeah.
So maybe this guy knew exactly when the new supply was coming in, and maybe that's what you're talking about with the 8,000 pills.
This place was also not your basic CVS.
It was a mom and pop, right?
And more of an industrial. I think they also supplied some pharmacies.
Oh, really?
Some smaller pharmacies. And they had like everything stored in there. So
Frank, maybe you're right, but
8,000 is nothing.
I feel like 8,000 is nothing.
It's a top and happy neighborhood.
8,000, that would serve a couple hundred people, maybe, right?
Yeah, 8,000.
Over
you ever see those big fucking containers that they open up and then they go sprinkle, sprinkle, shuka.
Me and Jimmy were talking about this case on the way home yesterday, and I don't understand why there's plexiglass in every pharmacy. They make it that if you're addicted or you're going to do some harm, I don't give a fuck if I walk up to the pharmacy desk and there's a plexiglass. Those guys look like they're sitting ducks. Like it would be really easy to rob them if you wanted to.
Yeah, and we talked also about the banks that are not doing it.
Yeah,
like,
I don't give a fuck.
What are they? Why are there not plexiglass in Bank of America?
Yeah, what is that about?
No,
There's pharmacies popping up on every corner now.
some places there are.
Making people itch like, I think I could get away with robbing this place.
But, dude, when you think of Medford...
Medford's a
and
little
fucking...
rough.
Nah, you know,
It's
Suffolk...
Even the Bank of America
Medford
in New York,
Patchogue is a little white
Yeah,
trashy.
It is white trashy, but...
And I say that because I do have family down there. I do have, well, I don't want to say who I have, but I have family down there, so I kind of know that it's a bit white trashy.
And they said something about this is the biggest mass murder, I guess they're calling it, in Suffolk County since DeFeo killed his family in the Amityville Horror House in '74. So it's not like this happens all the time.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's not bad.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, it sucks, but...
Yeah, it does suck.
No, I don't know. Something about pharmacies and just... They're just so welcoming.
They're right there.
Really bothers me.
Hi, can I help you?
Yeah, you know, you go to get your little prescription filled or whatever, and you go, man, if I was a bad guy or someone that has an itch, this would be kind of easy.
The itch.
You know?
Get the itch. That itch that can't be
I'm just thinking if you got the
scratched.
plexiglass up, it's going to diffuse some of this shit.
Yeah.
Because I really believe some more of this kind of weird shit's going to happen. I really do. Maybe not mass murder, but a lot more holdups.
This guy just had, like, all the fucking features of a douchebag.
Yeah.
Fucking with his Oxycontin and his fucking hydrocodone. And
It gets better for him now, though. The tune-up was the worst thing that's going to happen to this guy.
you think? You don't think the big cock in his asshole when he goes to prison?
You know what? We talked to some of the guys. They all swear there's no
one fesses up to it.
They all swear there's no cock play unless you want the cock play.
This skinny fucking douchebag.
They all swear, though, man. Not one guy he goes, it's not like that in here. We've talked to the prisoners.
By the way,
They're fans.
He shot a black guy. That ain't good if you go to prison.
Oh, really?
And you're a white guy, skinny white guy.
And he shot a teenage girl who should be at a
teenage
prom.
girl.
Yeah.
Shot a fiance of some guy. I mean, geez, this guy's got to get. He's got to get the big dicking.
He should just get pulled out in the parking lot, and a fucking bullet should be put in him.
Yeah.
We're too polite.
We really are. Yeah.
If it's obvious that he did it, and everybody knows he did it, and there's ballistic tests and all that shit, just
We're
kill him.
America, Jimmy. We don't do that type of thing in this country. You know
Oh,
this.
yes.
You know that, sir.
We're civilized.
We're
I
a very
know.
civilized country,
And we
we
can't.
just don't do that type of thing.
He's just another one that
Sometimes I think you just should.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
It would feel good.
I'm not going to argue with anybody, by the way.
I could be a friend to you. Is that what he said?
Huh?
The sisters in Shawshank.
Oh, fuck.
What was the line?
I don't remember it.
I got to watch that movie
Hard to
again.
get. He's like, ugh. He's washing himself. That fucking guy's hilarious.
Moving on. Kaz in Virginia Beach. Thoughts on Westboro Baptist Church protesting Ryan Dunn's funeral. That has a recipe for some disaster, my friends.
They're just idiots.
That has a recipe for disaster.
They just know it's publicity for them. So that's what they do it.
In America, you have the right to do that
Yeah.
because this is America. But man, I wouldn't be bummed out if something horrible happens to somebody.
Oh. Well, the last thing they were doing that made the press, a couple of the locals got involved, and they were parked. The church, Westboro Church, was parked at a hotel, and they got wind of it and pulled all their vehicles right behind the Westboro Church vehicles, so they couldn't even back out of the fucking
Who did that?
hotel. It was a bunch of people that did not want them protesting.
So they didn't make the protest?
Westboro, no.
That's
no.
great.
Yep.
Make the cops tow every car.
Yeah, yeah.
And the cops will probably know what you're doing, and
Cops
hopefully
will go by the book. Cops will go by the book
they'll
with
tow
it
it.
and go like, all right, look, it's going to take a while for them to get down here. You know, they can't blatantly back up guys beating the shit out of these people. But if you're clever and you want to do that,
Well,
it's fine.
What a great fucking idea.
Yeah. Yeah, they found out they were tipped off to where they were and just pulled up behind them, all their cars. And these are a bunch of fucking good old boy rednecks with their pickup trucks, and pulled up behind him. Is like, well, you ain't going anywhere.
yeah. It turns out Ryan Dunn was pretty drunk, huh?
Yeah.
Holy mackerel, 197.
Oh my God!
Well,
Break that down for me, Ed.
.197. Well, .09 is legally drunk.
So it's twice,
So it's
and a
pretty
little
much
bit more
twice
than that.
the legal limit. And they estimate he was doing upwards of 140 miles an hour.
They said 140 today. 140 miles an hour.
Anywhere between 130, 140 miles an hour. And trying to make an exit like that. Wow. Just, woof. He hit that guardrail, rocketed up into the top of the trees, and then came down, crashed into the woods.
How high up are they estimating?
They were saying probably to at least 20 feet. Wow. Maybe higher.
So wait, did he hit the guardrail where, the guardrail's on the ground and then kind of goes up?
No, he just hit that fucking guardrail and was launched.
Why would that launch him?
I guess the energy going forward.
Yeah, that makes
all of a
sense.
sudden made energy going up.
Picture
From
taking a
hitting the
motorcycle and crashing into a low wall and the rider flipping up and over the top. That's what.
Oh, I got you.
He
Okay.
went right up, ripped the car apart, and then it just was
killed instantly. I'm sure, right? They had
I
to.
would think, yeah.
They
I
said-
would think.
They said yesterday that they both died violently.
We get hit
Well,
in that
yeah,
thing.
But I mean, they really
probably-
suffered. Like if
Really?
yeah, if you die instantly, you're not suffering.
I would think
It
you.
still sucks,
I
but
would think the second you hit that,
that's what I would think.
you're done.
Yeah,
130 miles an hour. I mean,
That's
140 now.
that's a lot. Yeah, you're not slowing
Fast.
that.
That's fast.
Not a Porsche.
Hitting a fucking guardrail.
It's
Like
not
that.
exactly built for safety. Like as far as like airbags all over and big fucking.
Yeah.
Turns out that
Long skid marks on that fucking road. You see that?
Oh, they
Yeah.
saw it coming.
Tried to. Yeah. Ugh. Jeez.
there's a couple things we got. Turns out that Bam and his mom predicted Ryan Dunn would die in a car accident.
Really?
Yeah, from Viva La Bam.
Really?
Yeah, we got it. It's on, it was on his show. I don't know if they made the actual prediction, but they basically were talking about how, this Ryan Dunn was taking chances with his driving, flipped a bunch of cars, wrecked a few cars, and then someone in the discussion, I'm not sure exactly who said it, we could listen and figure it out, said they predicted that he would die in a car accident.
Wow.
Yeah, you want to hear that?
Yeah, creepy.
And Dunn actually calls and says, dude, you better not have my car down there driving all over in my car. Isn't that so funny? Because that's all he used to do.
Oh, Glom's friends?
Oh, yeah, Don used to drive around people's cars.
Well, the car he almost killed you kids in was not his car. He was supposed to be working on it.
Well, Dunn learned his lesson when he rolled his car a couple months
Oh,
ago.
yeah, sure, he learned his lesson. He'll never learn his lesson.
Dunn destroyed his own car by rolling it, by driving like an asshole.
He always drives like an asshole.
Too true.
I'm serious.
He's the worst driver,
He's
too.
a grandstander. I'll tell you, he's going to eat it someday in a car
He
accident.
already has plenty of time.
I know, but I mean, like, that's his thing. It's
No,
like,
duh. He's going to eat it one of these times. He's wrecked 6 of other people's cars and 3 of his own.
I have
him in the death pool
I know
for
that.
death by vehicle.
Yeah, he's the vehicle guy.
See, that guy officially said it, and that wasn't
Jeez.
Bam or his mom.
Wow, that's on the DVD commentary.
DVD commentary of Viva La Bam.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great. I can't wait
Holy
to play.
mackerel.
I mean, I can wait, but believe me, we all know they're going to be playing audio someday. Me and Ope. We knew.
No.
We told them not to do 270 miles an hour.
I'm only safe on a track.
I'm sure you're safe, but it's just things happen.
I'll just shut up. You're crazy.
We told them
But
not
this
to
is
make the zoom noise out the window.
But this is what Jimmy.
Vroom.
This is what Jimmy worries about.
I know. It's not, I don't drive drunk.
No, you don't.
No.
Oh, Bam's brother. People saying that was Bam's brother saying he was in the
what?
death pool. That's just a horrible story. It sucks.
Mm.
And then we have audio. I don't know if you want to hear it of Bam. He went to the accident site.
Really? Why?
Well, it's funny you should say why, because
Doing
a
that.
feon people asked me that yesterday, and I said I think you do, when you're mourning, you do some kind of, I don't want to say crazy things, but unpredictable things. Like, why would you go down there?
Yeah.
I think it's a
with the
little
media, but I'm not questioning that because he just lost his best friend.
Yeah. Whatever he wants to do.
Right.
A little
just
different when you know the guy too than
I
morbid.
don't know. It just seems like,
You want to hear it?
I
It's
prolong it.
rough.
But people
let's hear it.
said what, like I was criticizing them yesterday for going down there, and then people were like, well, didn't you go to JFK's? to Dealey Plaza, and it is different. But yeah, I guess I see that point. I mean, there is, even though there's the historic assassination of a president, it's a little different than a guy drunk. It's still the same thing. You're going to a scene. Maybe I would.
For the record, I would go. I'm one of those guys. Morbid curiosity, you know.
I guess I just hate
really
traffic slowdown so much. I just resent people's nosiness so much.
Sure. I don't know what it is, but, you know, there's a fascination there.
There's an animal instinct to it. It's like, animally, somebody said that nature has that, because we're seeing what happened to somebody else and trying to avoid it. That's what the nature instinct is. There isn't a nature reason for all this looking at stuff and wondering what happened.
It's ghoulish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's Bam. He went to the accident site. I think this is a couple days old now. And this is rough. You really want to hear it?
Yeah, I haven't heard it.
All right.
Tonight, Margera went back to that crash site for the very first time. It was in a very emotional time for him. Right afterwards, he spoke only to us about his friend.
Oh, good for you. Good for you, newsman.
Only for us.
Good for you.
Good thing you got the exclusive.
God. Oh, they're so hateable.
They're fucking the worst.
Why did he have to add that?
Because he's a typical dirtbag reporter.
Good for you. Look at me. Oh.
Only to us.
Really? That was important?
You're that. It's about you. You're that powerful that he only spoke to you.
You just happen to be there, you asshole.
Yeah.
Fucking douchebag. We got the exclusive.
Oh, listen to that again. I fucking hate him.
Only to us.
Really? Like he picked you. Did he pick you?
Make sure you put in there that this is an exclusive.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there was a graphic. I'm sure.
Guaranteed.
Exclusive. Fox whatever exclusive.
Sure.
You guys are all the same fucking person. We don't notice the difference. You guys do all that shit among yourselves. But in the end, if Bam's on a news channel breaking down, we don't fucking know what news channel in the end, idiot.
Yeah, we're not thinking about that.
You assholes think all that shit through.
Right afterwards, he spoke only to us about his friend.
I've never lost anybody that I care about. He's my best friend. I was in Arizona when I heard, and I just remember I was with some friends having the best time ever. And at 12:30, I just started punching out the windows of the rental van and ripping out the speakers, and I don't even know why. I wasn't mad at anything or anybody, and if it's 12:30 there, that means that it was exactly when he crashed.
You hear that?
Jeez.
Yeah, out of nowhere he started just losing his shit. He was 3 hours, behind with that time difference. And that would have matched up to when the crash happened. That's creepy.
Get out of there, both fucking really drunk at the same time.
Yeah. That too. He probably punches out things and rips things like every night.
Yeah. That'd be like me saying, and I can't believe when my friend was killed. I was on erosguide.com looking at prostitutes, and I kind of sensed.
Yes.
But I bet these guys all do drunk driving PSAs now. Knoxville and Steve-O, who's sober, and everybody thought Steve-O would be the first one to die because of how bad he was. I bet they all do drunk driving PSAs.
Yeah, I would love to talk to Steve-O about this. Maybe
I'll try to talk to him. I mean, maybe
down the road.
Look, dude, he's sober. This may resonate more with him because his mind might be going, I'm lucky that wasn't me.
Yeah, he's still going strong with the sobriety thing too. So. This continues.
He's the happiest person ever. The smartest guy. He has so much talent. And he had so many things going for him. It's just not right. It's not right.
How do you get through this? A lot of people have been worried about you.
I can't.
Do you really care, Mr. Reporter? How do you get through this? Meaning, God, we really want more tears here.
Yeah. Jeez, he is a fucking wreck.
That's a rough interview though. It's like, what do you ask? I mean,
oh Jesus!
I guess
that's a tough one.
You don't have to ask anything. Is the answer, to be honest with you? Just shut your fucking mouth.
People have been worried about you.
I can't. Do you know how horrible it is being on an airplane for 6 hours, not being with everybody? You're just stuck on an airplane.
No one had any idea, probably.
It was the worst phone call I've ever got in my life, waking up to that.
You know, wow. That just got me. He said something that I think a lot of people can relate to. When my dad was in that horrible car accident that ended up taking his life, I found out when I was in Boston, and I was just having, I was having a lunch, and I got the call, and it was obvious this was not going to be good at all. And then I had to drive from Boston all the way to Long Island just to get to my dad, my family, everyone at the hospital. And when he said, do you know how it's like to be on a plane for 7 hours just stuck? I actually sort of broke down a little bit yesterday thinking about that because it brought me back. I had to drive from Boston to Long Island knowing that this was not going to end good, but I needed to get to Long Island. I was going over 100 miles an hour. I was
you
losing
just
my
want to
mind.
be able to beam yourself, you know?
Yeah.
Just beam myself over there.
And I'm sure I'm not the only one that can relate to what he said there. It is probably the worst feeling that you could ever have.
Yeah, I mean...
knowing you can't get to where you need to be immediately.
Right.
To see what you could do, or... In my case, I was hoping maybe to say goodbye to my dad, but unfortunately, you know, that even if I was there, it wouldn't have mattered in the end. But
right,
wow, did that hit me?
Yeah, that was that's a rough one, man.
All of a sudden, you find out, you know, I don't want to make it about me. Let's go back to this. His best friend is dead, and he has to now get on a flight for 7 hours, 6+ hours.
Everyone can relate to that, though. Everyone's been somewhere when it was a death call or an illness call or whatever it was, and you got to get where you got to go. It's fucking horrible.
He sounds like he needs to be on suicide watch. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's
a disaster.
Really depressed.
Time stands still.
Yeah.
That's what happens. I mean, the clock can't go fast enough.
Yeah, that sucks.
Cricket.
I think there's a part 2 to this.
Oh.
By the way, Ryan Dunn, you know, now they're saying up to 140 miles an hour. Nate Sack from Westbury, he writes, if you jumped out of a plane with no chute, I wonder if this is true, you'd hit the ground at approximately 140 miles an hour.
Is that all terminal velocity is?
It sounds...
that puts it in perspective.
I thought that would be faster.
Huh?
I guess I'm wrong, but I would have thought terminal velocity, which is...
Yeah, that's why I wonder if this is true. I mean, Nate Sack's pretty reliable. Maybe he did some research on this or heard it somewhere.
I normally don't make terminal velocity errors when it comes to parachuting. I mean, I'm known for that, and I'm almost embarrassed that I can't answer that.
Yeah. Part 2, Bam at the accident site.
I'm curious, are fans still coming out to the crash site, Chris?
Yeah, perhaps even more today than yesterday. Fans are flocking there, putting down flowers. But one thing we saw in particular was this. People coming to the crash site, fans and non-fans, trying to gather, steal anything they could get their hands on, from broken headlights to parts of the engine block. Some people actually told me they're going to put some of this stuff on eBay and sell it. T-shirts and lighters
right
and
there?
all kinds of things.
Let's break this down. They are scumbags, which that is exactly right there why you hate them, because they want to go and grab stuff for eBay. Like they should be shot.
Yeah.
But I need him to jump in too. It'll be one or two of those guys.
Maybe.
He makes it sound like everyone's just grabbing and throwing it on eBay. That's sorry.
No. You're right. But the media has a role, I guess. But it's funny to listen to him be indignant about it. They're going to capitalize on this, much like we are.
At this very moment.
They're going to put it on eBay. We sell to advertise. How do you say that? I just tripped.
Yeah.
Advertisers pay us, however you say it.
You got a great point.
They're both capitalizing on it.
You got a great point.
He talked only to us. I mean, that's good. That's good video and audio, Bam. I mean, it's good to see the guy be human, and it is interesting to watch a guy that we like.
Somebody that fucking emotional, boy, if that Westboro church tries any shenanigans.
That's why I said it's a...
Wow, because Bam's the kind of guy that would just walk over and fucking stab somebody.
But the thing is, they are used to people. They've been attacked. They're fucking... I think they're crazy. And all he would do is get himself in a legal nightmare and sued.
It doesn't seem like he would care about that.
No, he wouldn't.
So
but I
that's
mean,
what you need. You need the people that don't care what's going to happen to them, the repercussions, and just go over there and do what's got to be done.
Yeah. Here's the rest.
Stand those fucks.
They are hateable, but what a great thing to block them in.
Yeah.
Just take the keys out of your car.
Yeah. Here's where I'm parking. Fuck you.
Here's the rest of the audio.
eBay and sell it. T-shirts and lighters and all kinds of things have already made their way on eBay, but at the crash site, you should have seen these people pilfering away whatever they could. I talked to a police officer. They said that is illegal. That is still an investigation scene, and these people should not be doing this, but they were taking away everything they could get their hands on.
All right. That's what people do.
Yeah,
Not
this is
surprised
dirtbags.
there.
I don't mind if they take it to save it. That's ghoulish enough. I mean, I did do that on 9/11, so I can't. Somebody gave me something, and I still have it framed. It was like, but to sell it is kind of shitty.
I'm sure more people are taking it just to have for themselves than to put on eBay. I would bet money on that.
What is that? Ryan Dunn autopsy report. Official one, the only one in USA. $10,000. Where is it? On eBay?
Yeah.
Come on.
Who the fuck wants to buy his autopsy report?
Any comments on that?
It's probably fake.
Fucking, it probably is fake, yeah.
Of course. Of course it is.
Somebody's fucking around.
Because of the toxicology reports, the total couldn't be done yet. His autopsy report couldn't be done this fast, can it? I mean, the alcohol maybe, but can't they? Doesn't it take 2 weeks to test for drugs and pills and all that shit?
Yeah. Yeah, that's bullshit.
Let me say hi to Grant, who lives close to the accident site. Grant in Westchester. Grant.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Yeah, I live like a quarter mile right from that exit, and I drive by every day. And every time I drive by, there's like more and more people out there. I drove by last night at 8:30 at night, and there's a good 25 people out there roaming through the woods. I've seen them grabbing branches and just ridiculous stuff. It's insane.
People are vultures.
They really are creeps.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that, Grant.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Punching out.
See, I just bought an original 1979 Alien movie poster.
Ooh.
For my theater.
How much? More than 500?
500.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really good condition.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Would you let Sigourney Weaver sign it?
You know what? I would rather have a different something for her to sign. Not that piece of shit. The original one with the egg.
Why wouldn't you have her sign it?
Because he wants. I know what he means. He wants.
She was in the movie.
Yeah, but you know what? That poster is just that's for the poster. That's the original.
Yeah.
I would have like something else. If I found out she was coming in at some point and I could get another one or a different thing, like maybe a card or something. One of the like things they put up in the theater or something like that. But the poster's got to be framed and put up by the theater. I have Pulp Fiction also. And Fargo, signed by William H. Macy, which is cool. But getting a 1979 original Alien poster.
They're gettable, though.
I don't want to.
I would anything like certain movie posters, like the big getting movie posters, is for a film I believe called Metropolis, which is virtually impossible. Even the original King Kong, those are hard to get, really hard to get. But the Metropolis one is the big one.
Yeah, that's what a cool poster that is too.
It is. I don't know how much it is, but the old Frankenstein cards, like
Kenny.
Those are great.
Just take a picture of Club Soda Kenny, blow it up.
Yeah, ask him to sign it.
Throw a kid down the well, whatever the fuck he did.
They caught Whitey Bulger?
Yep, in San Diego.
What?
You didn't know that?
That's like...
Let me go to JJ in New Hampshire.
How long has that motherfucker been missing?
16 years.
Wow.
We were in Boston. I think he went missing right around the time we went to Boston, which is 90. We were up there 95 to what, 98?
He was on the Lam.
Holy shit. What do you got on this, JJ?
Morning, boys.
Hey.
Yeah, another spot on the FBI 10 Most Wanted open. They caught him this morning. He was living in a small little apartment, just like any average old guy, I guess.
Yeah, wow.
I didn't really have that much detail. Opie stole my thunder.
Well, I'm sorry about that, sir.
It's all right, fella. It's your
Hey,
show.
Whitey, where's your hat?
Let me see. I got the story here. Whitey Bulger, alleged Boston organized crime boss who was on the FBI's 10 most wanted list, has been captured. Do they capture a lot of guys in the top 10 list? It's very rare, right?
No, I think they get them with America's Most Wanted was a big one. Like anytime you can put them on.
But the top 10?
He's the longest to be on it.
Wow. 16 years. Wow. Taken into custody with his longtime girlfriend. Will make his first appearance in court Thursday, today. Pair was arrested without incident from a residence in Santa Monica, California. On Wednesday.
I wonder what you do when you're in. He obviously has money. How do they? Maybe through a phone call.
Says authorities credited a new publicity campaign for the tips that led them to the fugitives.
Somebody recognized him. I bet some neighbor who had no idea who Whitey Bulger was.
They began airing a 30-second public service announcement on Tuesday.
Where?
Centered on Craig. Oh, the woman. They got him through the woman. His girlfriend.
If you watch that I Almost Got Away With It show, you ever see that?
He should have bailed on his girlfriend.
They always get nailed by a woman. They guys that get away with something and then they escape and they're on the lam. They change their name, their identity. They get licensed. They get all kinds of paperwork. They get a job. Everything's fine. Then I fell in love with this girl. And you know what happens? They get so infatuated with the girl. They tell them kind of what the deal is. The girl freaks out a little bit, but it's okay. And then the second the guy does something like looks at another girl or breaks up with her or she breaks up with him, she runs to the cops. Oh, yeah, that guy? Yeah, that fucking guy. I've been living with him for fucking 5 years.
Yeah, but in this case, the FBI ran these spots and they focused on her. Like, we're looking for this woman. And that was Tuesday, and Thursday people were like, fuck, I know that woman. She's right over there.
Damn.
And that's how they got Whitey.
Here's why. Because Whitey probably stayed in the house. He probably went out. She's the one who probably did everything. She did the shopping. She did all these things and went to the pharmacy and did all these things that he was afraid to do because he didn't want to be in public. He probably went out very rarely. So then they knew that she'd be the visible one in every neighborhood.
Well, here you go. So this Craig is 60. The FBI says the public service announcement ran on shows that appeal to female viewers in that age group. The public service announcement listed some of Craig's distinguished characteristics, such as the fact she loves dogs and other animals. She goes to beauty salons. She worked as a dental hygienist and likes to maintain her teeth. And she had multiple plastic surgeries. So this was all the stuff they kind of threw in the PSA.
Yes.
You know a woman that matches some of this stuff. Bulger, 81. Ran the Winter Hill gang in Boston, was indicted in connection with 19 slayings.
Jesus.
The FBI put Bulger on its most wanted list in 1999, had a special task force devoted to locating him.
81. He's had a fucking good run. You know what I mean? When you're 81, you never want to go to jail because you could live to be 98. He could have fucking 17 years in jail, but you're 81. You've had a great run.
Last time they had a sight on him was 2002 in London.
In London?
Yep. Hey, JJ.
I'm sorry, but how is he flying after 9/11 with, I guess, a fake passport?
I don't
Fake.
know, man.
Everything's got to be fake. Yeah.
And isn't his brother, who's his brother again? I forget all this shit. It's been too long. JJ?
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
He was the head of, was it BU? Or
something, man.
Yeah, something like that.
He was a good guy on the other side.
Figure.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think they caught him because the chick's Facebook said in a relationship with Whitey B. That was the first hint.
Yeah.
Watch out, boy.
Very good.
Hey, that's not bad, though. He got 16 years. From 65 to 81.
And he was... What?
His age.
Oh, I think in 1965. Yeah.
He went on the lam when he was 65 years old, made it to 81 before they got him.
Yeah, he probably thought he was home free, too. Probably thought he was home free.
Yeah.
But how would he go and meet a new chick? So when you're 65, it's kind of hard to go out and meet a hot chick who you know is going to keep quiet. And, you know, you got to just stay with your girl at that point.
Well, she was 44 when they ran, I guess. If they were together that long.
Yeah, I think she's long-term. Oh, yeah, right.
Probably.
I don't know much about him. I mean, obviously, I knew the name. I knew he was a Boston.
Oh, yeah, this is a huge story in Boston today, guaranteed. Bill, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Opie, his brother was head of the Massachusetts State Senate.
That's what it was. See, it was more important. He was a politician. Sorry, go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, they kicked him out of there because he was corrupt. He's gone now. They had a story in the local paper this morning of how they went to his South Boston home and he come out in a T-shirt and they told him and he's just like, what are you going to do? It's a big thing around here. They finally caught him. He was quite a rat. He turned on a lot of people up here.
Whitey did?
Oh, yeah, that's why he went into hiding. Not so much because of the federal charges, because his own guys were after him.
You think his brother was in contact with him? Which I guess would be really tough because the FBI, I'm sure, was watching his brother real closely.
You know Howie Carr up here, right?
Of course. Good old Howie who likes to talk about condiments and your favorite ice cream flavor.
Favorite ice cream flavor. I like Rocky Road.
When he has nothing else to talk about. Yes, I do know Howie Carr.
He is literally obsessed with the man. He has many books written on Whitey Bulger. There's a lot of good stuff out there to read about him. It's a crazy story.
I'd like to read something on Whitey Bulger. You could also probably through an anonymous email address now. It's a lot easier because all you got to do is just make sure you don't do it from home. But if you have an email address that's fake and he has one that's fake that can't be tied to you, as long as you don't check it from your iPhone or your home computer, they'll never know you're the one with that email address. Go to a library or somewhere.
Yeah, that's a great point. Have a good day, guys.
All right, buddy.
All right, Bill, thank you.
So there are ways to probably keep in touch now that are a lot easier than they were 20 years ago.
Yeah, probably.
Wow, they got Whitey Bulger.
They probably figure some way to fucking
unless
get
they
you anyway,
follow
yeah.
you, and then they use the computer or they get the computer chip. What's that after it? Right after computer chip, there isn't one.
the chip.
What's that?
Oh God, what do we got? Obama Bieber gridlock today?
Yes.
Psyched, huh? Wow.
Why is Justin Bieber in town?
Two of the most important people in the country.
Where's Obama going to be today?
Grubbing up money. Grubbing money with Whoopi, I guess. Where's he going? I have no idea. He's going to be all over the place, though. The Sheraton Hotel on 7th, the FDR, he's gonna, the heliport.
Sheraton Hotel on 7th. Isn't that a couple blocks from here?
Yeah.
Is that the Mark David Chapman Hotel?
Sheraton 7th and 53rd?
Yeah, that's the Mark David Chapman Hotel. That's where he stayed before he shot Lennon.
I've gone to core dinners there, I believe, and then Sheraton. They probably have good security. It's where I met Laura Bush, where she spoke.
Really?
At Roy Ennis's event. Yeah, they've had Orrin Hatch speak there.
But Bieber's already in town because Jimmy, didn't you tweet about Bieber last night, Jimmy?
Yeah, he was, I did Carolla's podcast at Caroline's. It was a sold-out show, 7:30. And I woke up at 7 o'clock. I totally forgot, because I did Bob Kelly's podcast in the day. Totally forgot I had Adam's podcast. I knew it, and I napped. I was just fucking tired and depressed. And I woke up, and I'm on the phone with my manager, and he goes, "Oh, you get the podcast tonight." I'm like, "It's 7:30 now." My balls were awful. I jump into a cab. Literally 5 minutes later, I'm in a cab. And I'm calling Greg Charles. I'm like, "Just tell Mike August I'm on my way." And he goes, "Oh, you're fine. We're starting now." So I made it there probably 7:45. And I get in the back, and it's a full house. And they said they said Justin Bieber's in the crowd with two big guys. I guess, he has to have security. So Adam Brink.
Why was he there?
I don't know. I mean, maybe I think that he just wanted to go to a comedy show. He must know Adam. Maybe he's familiar with Adam.
He's just a little kid, though.
Was he 17?
Not anymore. You look at him; he's starting to look like these fans of his aren't going to be liking him anymore. Like, look at that picture. You see the little girl and the little fresh-faced Bieber.
You think he's bummed that his fan base isn't growing with him?
Yeah.
No, but they'll all fuck him. These 17-year-old chicks that fucking...
That's a
No, not her.
12-year-old.
Not her, but I'm saying in general, the girls that like him.
I don't think a lot of 17-year-old girls are fucking, like, doing that with Bieber.
I don't know.
I really don't, man.
Unless he can make the jump.
He's stuck in kiddie land, I'm thinking.
He's doomed.
I would say most of his fan base is extremely young as he continues to grow.
I didn't know where he was sitting in the room.
God damn it, that's Selena Gomez.
So we, Adam does like a half hour, just talking and stuff, and he's very engaging. And he brings me on, and we're just talking about massages and happy endings and all that stuff. And I'm talking about a finger getting slid in my ass. And then we just keep going, and we're fucking around. And then I guess everybody knew he was there. And the, Adam all of a sudden just goes, "Yeah, I guess Justin Bieber left." On stage, he says that.
Probably your material was too.
That's
too
probably
much for
what
him.
it was.
Too blue.
I don't know. I don't know if he had a time constraint.
I would love to think that you're the reason he had to leave early and find something else to do.
Well, I had a feeling it was that because he was. And I found out where he was sitting afterwards because I toasted the audience and like we arguably chased the biggest music star on the earth out of the room. Here's us, and everybody laughed. But he was I was sitting. Adam was in the center of the stage. I was stage right, facing the audience, and he was extreme right. Right by when you go to Caroline's, you walk in the main door. When you say you're facing the stage, if you're looking at a comedian on the stage and you look to your left, there is a side door against the wall, and he was right by there. So I guess they got him in and out of there. Because someone goes, yeah, he left.
He's squeaky clean, so probably when you guys started down that road,
doubt.
they're like, we got to get you the fuck out of here.
You should apologize to Justin Bieber.
Well, he's young. He probably just didn't enjoy it. Someone said he didn't laugh once. So
Oh God,
I don't know.
Got no sense of humor.
Well, he has no life experience yet.
Of course,
he travels the world, but he still doesn't have life experience.
He's also I'm not offended by it. He's 17 and he's hearing about getting jerked off and I mean that would have cracked me up when I was 17.
Totally.
But I didn't have an image to.
It's all his image. He's got it, and he probably didn't laugh because if I laugh, it'll look like I condone this. Then don't go to a comedy club.
Maybe that's just not his thing. Or maybe where he was sitting, he was afraid too many people. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't in the back of the room. I told you, when I saw Tiger Woods years ago, when he came to see Dice, and I was watching him while Andrew was on. Yeah. And he was laughing. But he was literally on the table, like humped down, laughing. And it's like sometimes people are fucking. He just may not have thought it was funny. That's very possible. He's young and he's a clean cut guy.
It went over his head.
No, people get it. She has a giant head next to him, by the way. Holy shit.
That's just forced perspective. Selena Gomez has a wonderful head.
She's pretty. But yeah, he probably didn't enjoy the show.
She has too much of that dirty. She has too much of that dirty blood in her, though. For you, Ant. There's a little too much dirty blood.
Nah, I don't know. I kind of like that. I think she looked good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how filthy could Bieber's dick be?
He's not having sex with Selena Gomez.
Oh, I think you're crazy. Of course he probably
Hell,
is.
he's not.
Yeah.
But you don't think so?
That's two publicists getting together going, look, this is good for both our clients.
She was really hot.
They do all that shit all the time. I would bet money no.
Maybe.
Know who's looking rough is that Britney Spears. Did you see? There were a few pictures they showed of her at her latest tour, and she looks rough, man.
A little
she looks
haggard.
banged up.
Yeah.
She looks way older than her age.
Yup. She does look beat up.
A little rough around the edges. Life has fucked her up a bit, huh?
Oh, yeah. She's had plenty of life experience.
Hell fucking yeah.
Everything.
I just got a tweet. If Justin Bieber didn't chuckle once, my love for Jim Norton has just multiplied by 1 billion.
That's great to think that you might have chased him out of there.
I'm pretty. It had to be that because
That's awesome.
If it wasn't a time constraints thing, or maybe he just wanted to go to a stand-up show and was like, "What is this?"
He has a new cologne coming out. Is that why he's in town? Bieber did Letterman last night.
Better be
Then went to
O'Day my
Caroline's.
fingers.
Charlie, last call before the break. What do you got? Charlie, let's go.
Whitey Bulger killed 19 people, and the only thing Anthony cares about is that the woman couldn't keep her mouth shut.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, he was just.
Well, he's just saying how these guys get caught.
Yeah, he was
I
just
ain't no
telling us how
fucking
they get
rat.
caught.
I ain't no fucking rat. What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you?
All right, so he might.
What's the matter with you?
He might have killed 19, but I want to know what those people did. That pissed him off so
Exactly.
badly. All right. Thank you, Charlie.
Not a clue.
We'll break.
I'm sure they were bad people.
We got Elijah Wood coming in. Holy shit, that's an A-lister.
Yes,
Yeah,
he is.
He's a big
And Brooke
star.
Shields is certainly an A-lister.
Oh, Brooke Shields coming. I forgot about
She's
that.
coming in to say hi as well today.
At 9:15, yeah.
Our new
Cool,
friend
cool.
Brooke Shields.
Yeah, Wilford is on FX. It's Elijah's show. I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed it. I watched 3 of them yesterday.
Wilford.
Yeah, it's weird. It's about a talking dog. It's a very bizarre show, but there were some brutal jokes, which I kind of enjoyed.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it last night as well.
Elijah, boy, what a career that guy's had.
It seems like you got to
Christ.
be...
Ever since he was a little tater tot.
You got to be famous to get a show on the air. That's what I tell myself.
So they're not willing to build new shows around new talent.
Around me. Around new talent, they may.
Oh, you.
Shit, what happened?
but I don't know yet. Nothing. Nothing has happened yet. I'm still here. Like, meaning in this place in my life, not in this room. Oh. No. You know what I'm saying?
Like, fuck, I'm still here.
No.
Goddamn.
But I mean nothing. That's what's happened. Nothing. It's fiercely depressing.
Oh, yeah, he was in The Good Son, that one. That was a good one.
Oh, yeah, with McCaughley misbehaving. I love that movie.
He was a bad boy.
Sure he was in his denim coat. Look at that. You're all rough. You got leaves on you. Come here, let me muss your hair up. Come here, McCauley. Look at your denim coat.
They throw the dummy
over the oven.
Don't do that. You're going to get in trouble. Take your little hat off.
They fucked up McCauley Culkin's career, man.
He's smiling.
By having him die in that other movie from the bee stings, and then making him like this evil kid in this fucking movie.
I cried so hard.
You did?
He got the bees all over him.
Yeah.
And I had a big tent in my sweatpants.
He was allergic to the bee stings.
Yeah, I know. I was like, be careful. They're going to start stinging you on your penis. Got to get someone to suck the person out.
Person.
You got little bee stingers in your penis. Why don't you come over here? Let me get the beast. The beast. Let me pull him out with my teeth. I'll rescue you.
I think Uncle Paul should be arrested.
I was crying a lot in the theater when I seen that one.
Yeah. What about that Klumsky girl that was in that?
Oh,
the girl that was in.
I
that
couldn't
movie.
see through my tears. I had such a big lump in my sweatpants.
I had an Anna Klumsky.
My little friend was with me watching.
Oh yeah, did you have popcorn?
Sure, I did. Well, allegedly.
The hole in the popcorn.
I had to leave the theater. There was a problem.
Somehow there's always a problem with you.
Misunderstanding. The boy was crying. I was simply comforting him.
Gotcha.
I said, come here. Put
A lot
your
of
head in my
misunderstandings
lap.
in your life.
Sure there are.
Yeah, the scene where the little Macaulay is in the coffin.
Oh, and I like what. Look at that. Who's that?
That's that Klumsky.
Yeah, when she's looking through the banisters. I love that when she looks through the banisters at the wake.
Dan Aykroyd.
Sure.
This movie was the worst idea.
No, it wasn't.
It was depressing as hell.
There she is with her little blue jeans and tucked in postal shirt. Looks like a little postman. Yeah, gonna deliver some mail in your postman shirt. She's crying.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Drink every time straight. His face
Oh,
hurts.
he's so.
Like he's got
His
beast.
glasses. He can't see without his glasses.
Who wants to be at this funeral?
Looking at a
The
dead
little
Macaulay
kid
Culkin.
crying because another little kid's in the box.
He's so perfect with his little white suit, dressed like a little angel, with a blue tie. Bet she's got no pants on. Bet she has undershorts that got torn off by the mortician.
Someone's got to be. Kurt Love's got to be real literal. He's dead, dummy. He can't see anything. No shit.
Know what? Did you see how she ran out of the house?
Yeah.
That has bothered me ever since I saw that movie. They hired this little girl, and she can't run.
She did the retard run?
Yes, it's horrible.
Oh, I hate it with the glasses. He looked too old. Look, the big kiss is coming. Yeah,
oh boy.
Get the old smooch going.
I don't think it's that big a smooch.
Should show him cartoons first, the adult kind. Have some wine. Come in a bike shop, put you in a tub with Dudley.
Dudley.
Hated his father's teeth. They're so big, like rowing oars. How do you chew with those? Goddamn black tattletale. And black kids are always tattling. My friend Mark got in big trouble in D.C.
He certainly did.
Just wanted to play some video games. Let me tug your little chocolatey.
Some of
So
the
much
lads.
bigger than the white kids down there.
Oh, fuck. Uncle Paul disgusts me.
Yeah, like a hard piece of candy.
Well, leaning in, a little kid porn. Wow, that was a big one.
Sure, they always pull back at first when you kiss them. Little boys.
Little boys. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to eat.
I got to go take care of this.
Yeah, why don't you take care of business?
Yeah.
Gregorio! Antonio!
Amy.